Let's tell you more about Zambia. The former Vice President, Neves Mumba, has been given a 3-month jail sentence by a magistrate court in Lusaka. Mr. Mumba, leader of the former ruling party, the Movement for Multi-Party Democracy, was convicted of giving false information to a police officer. In 2016, he stormed into the nation's broadcaster to complain about a story the nation had aired. Mr. Mumba was also charged with criminal trespass, but was acquitted in that case. Magistrate David Simusamba says Mr. Mumba is free to appeal the imprisonment imposed on him. The mayor of Tripoli, Libya's capital, has been abducted by unknown gunmen from his house overnight. The city council said the municipality of central Tripoli and its residents received news of the abduction of Mayor Abdurraouf Hassan Batelmal after they stormed his house by force and took him to an unknown destination. The council says it is suspending work in protest until further notice and called on competent authorities and residents to help secure his release. Government officials in Tripoli say security in the capital has improved over the past 2 years, even though abductions remain common. Tanzania has charged 6 opposition leaders with sedition, inciting violence and participating in an illegal protest last month that resulted in the death of a student. All 6 are members of the opposition Chadema party, and its chairman, Freeman Mbowe, are under detention. Critics of the government say the men are innocent and that those in power are only trying to silence the opposition. Leader of the opposition act, Wazalendo Kabwe, says democracy is under threat in Tanzania. And of course, there have been reports and allegations of human rights abuses. President John Magufuli has always had zero tolerance for dissent since he took power in 2015. In Ghana, citizens take to the streets of Accra, the nation's capital, to demonstrate against a controversial military deal with Washington passed by Parliament last week. The agreement was approved by President Nana Akufo-Addo's government, but has come under heavy criticism from the opposition, who say it undermines the country's sovereignty.
Thousands of people protesting in Ghana's capital, Accra, against the expansion of its defense cooperation with the United States in a rare public display of opposition to the growing foreign military presence in West Africa.
The independence of Ghana is not for anything. Oh, yeah. I can tell them that the good people of this country, overwhelming majority of people of this country, flatly and totally reject this attempt to send us back into colonialism. We will never be colonized again. We will never. Once Kwame Nkrumah led us to independence and proclaimed Ghana and Ghanaians a free and independent nation, never shall we accept any military basis here to put us in a second colonialism. So we are serving notice that this is just the first shot. This bogus and fraudulent agreement will be thrown out by the good people of this country. Mark my words, we are never going to accept this one.
International powers, including the United States and France, are looking to extend their presence in the remote Sahel region in particular, where Al-Qaeda and Islamic State militants have gained a strong foothold in recent years. Under the deal approved by Ghana's parliament last week, the United States will invest around $20 million in training and equipment for the Ghanaian military this year. Opposition lawmakers boycotted the parliamentary vote. In return, the United States military will be allowed to deploy troops and import military equipment tax-free, use an airport runway that meets U.S. standards, and have free access to Ghana's radio spectrum.
From now on until the day that President Akufo-Addo realized that our independence is not for sale, we shall be on the street until we achieve that dream. Let me preempt that if by the close of the week they do not take any action, next week we shall be embarking on similar demonstrations.
Ghana has had a long-standing military and trade ties with the U.S., but many say the latest agreement is a step too far. 4 elite U.S. soldiers were killed in Niger alongside local troops in an Islamist ambush in October, sparking a fierce debate back home about covert U.S. actions in West Africa. The United States has about 7,200 Defense Department personnel, including soldiers stationed in Africa. Over half of those are stationed at Camp Lemonnier in Djibouti, with the remaining personnel scattered across 32 other smaller locations.